we're going to talk a little bit about the site update, but I'm going to talk about all the different changes that we have, and then I'll show them to you. We added contracts. This navigation is completely rebuilt. You can sort by Kmark value per weight. The damage calculations are all correct now. There's a lot of stuff I also did in the background that you can't necessarily see yet, but they're going to be used for like other updates as well. On the site, we've been posting the patch notes for the site along within the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord yet, make sure you do so. But I'm going to talk about all the different changes that we have, and then I'll show them to you. So last night we pushed a patch where we added contracts, missions, and jobs to the site. Honestly, it was a really big overhaul. I wanted to make sure that every contract, every job, every mission was on the site, and it was searchable and sortable, and you could figure out everything you needed for all of those instances. So for instance, here's all the contracts, and the difference between contracts, missions, and jobs is contracts are basically like the chains that you go on. Missions are the individual missions inside of those chains, and then jobs are the secondary thing. And then I have this sorting thing here. So you can filter this list by faction, and you can filter it by any of these filters. So faction XP reward, Kmark's reward, faction script reward in unlock order. What I found really useful while I was building this was, while contracts and missions, these sorts don't necessarily matter as much because you have to do them all anyways. Jobs, it really matters, because jobs are like secondary things that you can do, but you want to know what jobs are worth doing, right? So you can come in here and you can go to a faction, or you can do all factions, it doesn't matter, and you can do faction XP reward. And then what it does is it sorts the jobs by the things that give you the most faction XP. So this way, you know, if you have access to a job, you should do those based on like how this is sorted, along with like if you want like Kmarks, right? Like some jobs give a shitload of Kmarks. Like this one gives 218,000 Kmarks, right? This is shit I didn't even know, right? Like I didn't think jobs are worth a damn at all, right? But this really helps out knowing what jobs are worth doing. And then of course this all works on mobile too, right? So it's all mobile responsive. And then everything on here is basically clickable. For instance, let's see, this one says deliver compound sheets, right? So all of the missions, contracts, and jobs, they have individual objectives inside of them, and those objectives are the things that you do. There are a lot of things just like this: deliver compound sheets, right? They'll have a type on here, item delivery. They'll have another one that's like kills and visit area. What I want to do for the visit area is like have it go to the map. I don't have that in yet, but same with like the dead drop stuff. But like if I click deliver compound sheets and I go to it will take me to the compound sheets page, and then you can see, you know, where everything spawns. It's the same way you've always been able to. You can go to the map, see where all the compound sheets are. By the way, on the map, that bug that was happening with things not like showing up where on like ground loot, now they're there. See the loot point, that's a ground loot item, right? So all that stuff is showing up now. And on that item page, now you can see the total needed to complete all contracts, right? So like for all contracts, all jobs, all missions, you need 83 total to complete everything, right? And here's all of the different missions that they're used in. And then if something is like a reward, so like say I go back to missions and I'm looking at time to punch in, when you go to the actual page for the contract or the mission or whatever, it tells you all about it. It tells you all the items that you're going to need, how much you're going to need to complete the entire contract chain, or the entire mission, or the entire job. The contract chains are different because they combine all of the missions, right? So like if you scroll down here, here's all of the missions for this chain in order that you unlock them. You can also like see what you get rewarded by. So like for instance, this contract chain rewards a scrapper. So if I click on the scrapper, now on the scrapper pages, you can see the different missions that reward that item to you, right? So like you can, like if you want a specific thing, if you want to see if it can give you you can earn it from a mission, you can search for it, right? Say like I want to search for I think a rare shield is a reward somewhere. Maybe not. Oh yeah, rare shield is gonna be rewarded by doing these missions, right? There they go. So that's how you do that. That's kind of like all of the features for contracts, missions, and all that jazz. So quarters is going to share a lot of these similar features. So when you go to an item, you're going to be able to see all of the quarters upgrades as well, along with the contract. So just the same way I have on here for like hydraulic pistons, right, where it says you need 25 total for all the contracts, it will also say for all of the quarters upgrades. It's all the same code. I just didn't have the UI in because I want to do like a nice UI for the quarters thing. It's not done yet. That's going to be my next focus. So yeah, all of this stuff is in here, and you can search for anything. So like if you want to, like, it's all in the search. So time for more work, right? That's a quest. It's all in there, right? It shows you everything you want to do. This UI thing, so this navigation is completely rebuilt. Like I rebuilt all this. So I don't know if you remember, if you go to items page, this used to, like, every time you would load, it would pop out, and it was so fucking annoying. It drove me crazy. I rebuilt this entire navigation system, so it shouldn't be laggy at all. It shouldn't do any of that fucking garbage. It should just work, right? And it looks way better, and it works way better. Also, on the item pages here, you can sort by now value per weight, and Kmark value per weight. So like you can kind of determine what is worth picking up. So like, for instance, like it looks like keys are really something that you always want to pick up because their weight is like nothing compared to what their value is, right? So this is a really good way to like see that. You want to see like what is worth picking up over other stuff. And then you can also do XP, faction XP, if you want to do that. Like, so what's worth picking up just to sell it to a faction. And again, like if you want to do just weapons, all this stuff works with just, you know, just a sub filter. Also, with help from the community, we realized that the damage calculations were wrong. I was doing something wrong in my calculation. So the damage calculations are all correct now. Thanks to Hershey. Yeah. Thank you so much for helping out with this. So I had the calculation in here. I literally just typed it into the code wrong, and he helped me make sure that it was all right for everything. So now the damage calculations should be correct for all the weapons. A lot of other shit though. There's like a lot of like other things in the back end that are going to be built upon this week. If you look at the to do, these are the things I'm going to be working on this week. So map, I want to add the spawn percent chances on the items, and so you can filter by the spawn percent chances. And then we also are going to start adding all the images to things. That's all set up for Rufio to start doing that. Quarters, that's on the docket. Items, I want to show like I already talked about, I want to show all the quarters upgrades for that, add more sort options. Node locations, I want to make sure that I can add like a dead drop page so you guys can see like the dead drops and shit like that, stuff like that. And then guides, we're working on getting everything able to have a guide link to it. So we're going to have content creators, including myself and Rufio, other content creators are gonna be able to post guides on the site and link them to different items. So like if you want to, like, you know, if there's a guide for specifically textiles, right, there'll be like guides on this page associated with textiles. So, and again, this all works on mobile 100%. I found a way to put this on the app store, so I'm going to be doing that once I fix a few performance issues, mainly with the fucking Twitch embeds that are causing performance problems. And then, oh yeah, and we also added I also added the patron to the header because nobody was doing it, and I was hoping that somebody would see it more if it was in the header. We do have one patron, the very first person. Thank you so much. I think that was Bram that did that. Thank you so much for being our first patron for the site, helping out, support the site, keep the site ad free. That is the update for the site. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you do so. !site, go over there, tell your friends, share it with your gamers. And I noticed that we have a huge influx of people from Japan using the site, so thank you. I don't know how to say I don't know how to speak Japanese, but I want to do so. I want to get translations on the site. I have all of that stuff, so I'm going to focus on that now that I know, like, I think we've had more people from Japan use the site than like anywhere else over the past weekend. So I want to make sure I have like support for that. So that's on the list as well. So all of those people that are using it that aren't native English speakers, that is coming. Arigato. Yeah. Thank you. On your database site, how are you dealing with patches in the game? For example, if there's a patch today with balance reward amounts, do you have to re-enter those manually? No. I literally run a script and it updates all the data on the site. We built a formatter that takes the game data and formats it to be usable, and then it goes into the site. There's a lot more steps to that, but technically I just run a command and it works because that's the way we built it. But it's a shitload behind the scenes. Oh man. How do you know where to add things on the map? Also, what if we notice a consistent spawn of an item on the map that isn't listed on the site? Should we tell you? Yes. And how do we know where to add things on the map? It's code. It's all code. It's all from the game. Like everything on the map is from the game. So like if it's wrong, I don't know how that'd be possible, but there could be things missing. For instance, I think like key doors has an issue right now where it's not showing all of them. And that's because like the game calls it like two different things. They call it key doors and key rooms. And I think right now I'm only showing key doors. So I have key rooms on, I have all the key rooms. I just wasn't showing it. So I just need to add that in. Any reason Patreon starts at $5 so people do it? If I feel like it was any more expensive, nobody would fucking do it. There's like three different levels to the pay. There's three different levels to the Patreon. There's $5. All of these get you perks in our Discord, so that you get like a special, if you join our Discord and you have your account linked, hold on, and you have your account linked, you'll show up on this right side. You'll show up right here above everybody else because you're cooler and you gave us money, right? So they all come with perks for that, and there's 3 different levels. And then the premiums, the platinum supporter, you'll have private chat and you can ask us like ask me like direct questions and stuff like that if you want to. And then site sponsor, this is kind of the big one that I'm hoping people do. I'll put my plan is I'm gonna put like in the footer, I'll put like your name, I can put whatever links you want fucking to your socials, whatever. I don't give a fuck. It's your sponsoring the site, right? And then also like if you want like help with code or like learning how to code or shit like that, right? Like that comes with this as well. And you'll have access to the dev version of the site, so you'll be able to see things like while they're being built, so you can get feedback on stuff like that. That's what the site sponsor role is. Maybe I'll add another one if these aren't like enough, I don't know. But the reason this is $75 is because that's currently my calculation on how much it costs a month to run the site. So yeah, that is the site. That was the update. I'm going to be doing smaller patches instead of really big patches going forward, because that really big patch was awful. I'm mad at myself. I know that's a bad thing to do, and I did it anyways. Hey, thanks so much for watching this video. Click this for more videos that I make. Click down here to subscribe, and go over here for my Twitch. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace and love.